Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well, and if you're new, hi, I'm Sherice. Welcome to The Good Life. As you've read by the title, today's video is going to be a book haul. I've accumulated a couple books in the last couple of months and just wanted to share with you some of the books that I have because I'm so excited for some of them. I've already read some of them, which you would see in my reading wrap up, but let's get into the video. The first book that I have is Better Left Unsent by Leah Lewis. I read a book by her in November. It's called 8 Perfect Hours. Really loved it. It's not the best romance book I've ever read in terms of like the romance, but in terms of the plot itself, I really enjoyed it. So when I saw her new release, I knew I had to grab it. And I'm gonna read the back of this so we can, get a gist of it together. Millie Chandler is known at work as the nicest reception who got dumped by the company hotshot, and ever since then she has vowed to keep everything to herself, her feelings, her hopes, and especially her fears. But Millie does have an outlet, her emails. From sarcastic replies to her rude boss, rants to friends about their terrible taste in men, to a 500-word love declaration to her ex. Millie's reality lives in her drafts until the morning she discovers that they are somehow in her sent folder. The truth is out. As every dark secret she's worked so hard to keep password protected is released, Millie must fix the chaos her words have caused. Will Millie find the strength to open both her heart and her inbox? Kind of slay. That's actually a really good premise. I also really like the cover. I've seen the American cover, and let me just say, I think the UK girlies definitely won this one. This is what it looks like, and I really do love a blue covered book, so this is her first book. Then I have two books by the same author, Hannah Bonham Young. I have heard great things about Out on a Limb. However, that is currently being republished, so when that is finally out, I'll pick that one up. But right now I have Next of Kin and Next to You. We're gonna go one at a time. So Next of Kin, I believe, is the first one. I don't know if they're like interconnected, don't quote me on that, but the covers are really stunning. So I'm gonna read the back of this as well. I'm sorry if I'm reading the long synopsis, but it's just so you can better understand what they're about. When people-pleasing Chloe learns that her birth mother has unexpectedly had another baby, she doesn't hesitate to become a kinship carer. But failing to meet social services financial evaluation, she's faced with a choice: see her baby sister placed in foster care or participate in a new initiative where two prospect guardians join households to qualify. Enter Warren is Shirley Mechanic's apprentice attempting to get custody of his deaf 15-year-old brother. They eventually agree to live together for the sake of their younger siblings. In fact, they're far more similar than she could have imagined. What started as forced begins to feel natural and far less lonely. Kind of a slay. Then we have Next to You, which I believe is a Friends to Lovers. And I've actually seen really good reviews about this one, so I'm excited. Lane is in the middle of an identity crisis. Her friends are all partnered up, her career is heading nowhere, and she's just not happy. So after a night out celebrating her birthday, she makes one hell of an impulsive purchase, a giant 48-passenger yellow school bus that she intends to make her home. With little to no renovation experience but money from a large inheritance, Lane enlists the help of her friend Matt, a mechanic by trade, handyman by practice, and hottie by nature. Matt and Lane have silently agreed that friendship is the only thing that can ever exist between them, so when Matt offers to help her with the bus Lane's sure it can never work. Can it? I just skipped a couple words there, but it's okay, you get the gist of it even if I skipped a couple words. The covers are stunning and the stories sound really good, so hopefully I love her writing style because I have two books by her. Can you see my book stack? I feel like you can't. And I needed to see my file, so give me a second to rearrange and shuffle a couple things. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to shuffle a couple things around so you can see my book stack. I really hope that you can see it. The next book we're going to move on to is Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is my first ever TJR book. She's very beloved in the book community, so I had to hop on the bandwagon. This book is a hardcover, as you can tell, and I actually got it on sale for £2. It was originally published in 2022 in hardcover. However, it came out in paperback last year, so that's why they were selling this one out. Historical fiction, and it is about Carrie Soto, who is the most successful female tennis player of her time. She had a total of 19 Grand Slams, and she's coming out of retirement to reclaim her title because it was broken by somebody. And that's essentially what we follow: a woman in sport, sexism, her life, just all of the above. I already read this. You will know my thoughts very soon. Very excited to have this. And I must say, I do prefer the cover of the hardcover in comparison to the cover of the paperback. I'll insert a picture here of what the paperback looks like, but really happy that I have this. I also really love the book itself, like without the dust jacket. I love the lilac color, really pretty. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the books that I'm most excited about. I can't hold my excitement anymore. I have the first one, which is Powerful by Lauren Roberts. This is the novella that comes after Powerless. I read that in January. That was my very first fantasy book. I got this special sprayed edge edition from the work. It came out April 11th. It is gorgeous. Look how stunning. I'm trying my best to show them to you. The edges, beautiful. It has a needle on it, and the cover is also really, really stunning. The book, just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This book is about Adina, who is the best friend of Peyton. Peyton is the main girl in the first book, the main girl in the series, and it just talks about what she gets up to while she's away from Peyton, a little bit of a romance and all that. I really, really love this book. But if you've read the first book, you know, that's all I can say. And then we have my most anticipated release of the entire year, Reckless, which is the second book in the series. This was released July 2nd. I'm currently filming this on like July 12th or something like that, but just got my hands on it. My package arrived yesterday, and I have the beautiful sprayed edge edition again. The Works is absolutely killing it with these sprayed edge edition for £5. It truly cannot be beat. You can't beat them. But this one has a beautiful red arrow on it. I hope you can see that. And the cover is just as stunning. So this is, well, I actually can't read the back of this one. Obviously, it's the second book in the series. I will spoil the first one, but I started it yesterday. I'm 220 pages in, and it has about 370 something pages. So I'm almost done. Okay, next we have 3 more books. We're almost done. I know I'm talking your head off. Moving on, we have Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I was in such a fantasy mood in June that I had to go and pick this up. This book came out last summer and took the book community by storm. Everybody has read this book, with the exception of me. Well, I've already read it now, but it came out in hardcover, and it came out in hardcover last year when it was released, and the paperback finally got released this March. So I picked up the paperback copy, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of regretting not getting the hardcover. Maybe I can go into the Works and see if it's on sale. Friends, enemies, lovers. Everyone has an agenda. Violet Sorrengail expected to live a quiet life surrounded by books until she was forced onto the world's deadliest training ground. Now she must fight to join the army's elite, dragon riders. But dragons don't choose fragile riders, they incinerate them, and when your body breaks as easily as Violet's does, death is only a heartbeat away. Every night could be your last. Many would kill Violet to better their own chances of success. The rest would kill her simply because of her last name, including the ruthless Xaden Rearson, her family's greatest enemy. With the odds stacked against her, Violet must use every edge her wit can give her just to see the next sunrise. Because once you enter Basket War College, there's only 2 ways out: graduate or die. The next book that I have, Hate Mail by Donna Machete. This was definitely a cover buy, 100%. The cover is absolutely stunning. I kept seeing it everywhere on Bookstagram and knew I had to get my hands on it. Look how gorgeous. It's a pink book and it has letters all over it. Naomi and Luca have been pen pals since the 5th grade, while more like bitter rivals caught in an epic battle of insults and verbal jostling. However, 2 years ago, Luca stopped sending letters to Naomi, so she's like, oh wow, where did he disappear to? I wonder what I did. However, when she goes into work at the news station, she works at the local news station, yeah. Naomi finds a letter from Luca and she's very determined to track him down. And it's just a love story, obviously. It's romance. And lastly, we have Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. This was another cover buy. I kind of need to start buying books because the covers are pretty. But I've heard great things. This is what it looks like. The cover is really pretty, isn't it? I don't know why I'm showing you the back. Black's not that gorgeous. The cover's stunning. This is the first book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. I believe the second one is already out and the third one will be out in November. This is a brother's best friend, enemies to lovers type of book. Clementine Ryder has made a living out of riding horses. She tried her hardest to escape her small town of Meadowlark, Wyoming, and when she went to college, and suddenly she's back because she unfortunately suffered an accident. Nobody knows this though. She just comes home, nobody knows why she's home. Luke Brooks is the best friend of her older brother, and he's also Meadowlark's most notorious bad boy, you know the gist. And they just strike up a little, a little romance, even though it's forbidden because he's her brother's best friend. I've been sat here for a very, very long time, but these are all the books that I've accumulated in the last couple of months. Let me know if you've read any of these, if you have any of them on your TBR. Just let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Ooh, ow, I just broke a nail. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys. Now I need to put all these books back on my shelf, which is very fun.